Concurrently, there's simply no reason to curtail debate on this issue in circumstances where the Taoiseach has said that it won't be operational for a number of weeks. The only reason to curtail debate on this issue is to fix the loophole around fixed penalty notices handed out at ports and airports at the beginning of February. We had the Garda Commissioner on the Late Late Show talking about fines at Dublin Airport, yet the legislation underpinning those fines was invalid, so they couldn't be enforced. Now, that by any stretch is a shambles.
Yeah, well, we can't have a lengthy debate now, Deputy.
To fix it, it is proposed to rush legislation through that also rushes legislation through on quarantining, which won't be enforced for a number of months. So we're going to fix flawed legislation, which was flawed because of the speed it was rammed through, with more flawed legislation to be rammed through, which won't be operational for weeks.
Okay,
the second point I wish to make, Ceann Comhairle, I think, is that the Taoiseach has said is expected to be challenged in the courts, presumably based on his legal advice. Now, the courts will do what they wish if it's challenged, but ordinarily they give deference to the fact that this House has determined that it is proportionate. But this House will be curtailed in its debate, not by a vote of the entire House, but a reduced number of TDs. So the number of reasoned amendments that could be put in were reduced by the timing of this, and secondly, even the amendments that were put in won't be reached. And we're expecting that the courts will give deference to this flawed regime. We're sitting here at enormous expense so that people can vote, and yet all members of the House will be deprived of a vote curtailing debate on an issue which the government expects to be challenged in the courts.
The timing of it and the amount of time for the House to sit is not determined by government. It's determined by public health advice. That was made clear last week. And health and safety.
Deputy, please let the Taoiseach respond.
I'm saying in terms of the length of time that the Dáil sits,